The reason that it's so hard to take that first initial step, to make that first big change, to just start healing, right? Start eating healthier, start regulating your nervous system, right? The reason this is so hard to take that initial step, and why it was so hard for me to take that initial step to heal, is because we're simply just unaware of how good it feels, to just eat fruits and vegetables for a couple of days, right? So a lot of us are just like, why am I gonna eat fruits and vegetables for a couple of days? Why am I gonna, take away my favorite snacks and restaurant foods and breads and things like this? Because you're stepping into the unknown, right? You don't know, you don't have proof, you don't have like existing proof in your subconscious, in your head, that this is going to make you feel amazing. Because first of all, you don't even know what it feels like to be amazing, right? This is your normal baseline when you're eating restaurant foods, 3-4 days out the week, lots of animal products, lots of processed foods, snacks, chips, cookies. This is your normal, right? So if you don't have clarity on what it feels like, you've never experienced it before, to say, oh, I remember I was eating real healthy and I just felt so good, I had no symptoms. If you don't have that, it's going to be harder for you to find motivation, find a drive, something to anchor you through that, to pull you through that, because it's literally just stepping into the unknown. So this is your sign that stepping into the unknown is one of the most powerful things you can do in life, for yourself, for humanity. This is how all successful people became successful, is just trial and error on their own journey, how they want to do this, how they want to do that, right? You got to play around in this trial and error. You got to step into the darkness, step into the unknown, so that things can reveal itself, so you learn more and have more experience, right? So this is your sign. If you don't have that, experience that you've experienced yourself and felt, to anchor you through healing and becoming healthier, start looking up raw vegan success stories, right? Even high raw vegan or fruitarian or just raw tofu, any of these, okay? Because this is a whole portal that you have to expose yourself and open yourself up to, so that you can have this data in your brain regularly, like, oh, this is healthy. Like, these people, you can read and watch and listen to what people are saying after just eating fruits and vegetables and leafy greens and maybe some nuts and seeds for just a couple of days to a couple of weeks, healing crazy cancers and diabetes and all types of dis-ease within the body. Expose yourself to these things, right? This is going to be your experience that you anchor onto, right? Oh, I want to be like Sherry. Sherry said she had the same thing as me. She was down, she was up 55 pounds and had type 2 diabetes, right? And she healed it within 2 weeks of eating some fruit, right? You have to expose yourself, okay? Stepping into the unknown is part of this game, right? And you got yourself, you got the breath, find some support, get a coach, right? To hold yourself accountable, track, journal, all of it comes in play. But the biggest thing is just finding that initial drive of like, oh shit, this actually works, and oh shit, my new normal can be like way better than what I'm experiencing as my new normal baseline in life, as of the past couple months or years or my whole life. So this is your sign. Step into that unknown. That's powerful. Start looking up success stories, okay? It's all over Reddit, all over YouTube, Facebook groups, Instagram, so many communities online. Find a community, right? Other like-minded people like you that are trying to heal these things and are healing these things through fruits and vegetables, right? You gotta expose yourself so this becomes a part of your new normal. And so you can, so your ego can see, oh wow, like this actually does work, and oh wow, these foods are actually causing me this damage every single day. Every little piece of bite I'm putting in my mouth every single day, multiple times a day. This is the reason why I feel sick. because people don't even know what healthy eating is, right? We're being told protein, grilled chicken salad, olive oil, salmon, all these things are healthy, goat cheese. And that's people's normal, that's people's baseline, right? So you're only experiencing, and you can only experience and want what you're aware of and what you're exposed to, right? Like, how can a little kid be, craving and wanting some toy that, doesn't exist in America, but some kid in Japan has, So that's why I think just it's so important to be expanding your perspective and increasing your outlook on this life, and not being so tied and attached to one thing, especially if you don't feel the best in life, right? If you're going through these symptoms and you still just think you're eating healthy, but you're still dealing with these symptoms, you got to take a step back and realize the people that have been telling you that this is the way to eat, you need your protein, you need your fats, you need your starch, you need your fiber, all this craziness that they've been telling us for years, that you've been eating for years, months, weeks, still don't feel better. You're going downhill, right? So we got to take a step back, realize none of these doctors have been trained in nutrition, barely anything, right? They're just trained on how to, you got this, so take this, right? And the root of all of these pills are what? Nature. You are nature, okay? And the things in nature, in their whole living electric forms, not in some processed, concentrated little pill form with all these other fillers, is the only way to heal. It's to bring the body back into whole living, electric, living, hydrating nature. That's it. Fruits and vegetables are the only foods, pretty much just fruits. Fruits are the only vegetables that you can't overeat. They're not addicting. They don't bloat you. They don't make you have brain fog, right? You actually have energy, actually get some downloads and thinking about some cool things and productive and inspiring things as you're on the fruit. Because it's so electric, so living, so hydrating, right? You actually want to work out and do these things. You don't want to work out after eating a fucking steak or a sandwich or some pancakes or whatever it is. Even avocado toast. Even some olive oil salad. You don't feel like working out. You're done. So this was just my sign that, everyone can find an anchor. Everyone can find a reason, a motivation, a drive, accountability. You just have to leverage these phones and Google and the access we have to the internet. Leverage this for your health, for your motivation, for your mindset. There's so many free investments that we can invest with our time that can speed us up and get us out of the loop of just like going to this doctor, going to that doctor. Oh, I have this. Go to the doctor. No, you are the healer. Your body is the healer yourself. The body is always trying to bring the body back into balance. This is why we're forced to sleep at night. So the body can say, hey, no more eating food. Let's process all this. We got to get this all out so that we can become in balance and not just inflamed with all this crazy food we're eating. And the body does some deep internal cleansing to our cells, deep internal repairing to our cells and organs as we sleep. The body is always eliminating. This is why we have acne and pimples and body odor and breath odor and tumor. All these things that come out, all these symptoms, these outputs are because of an input. And the reason diet is such a major factor in healing is because diet is pretty much the only thing that we're constantly just inputting. Yes, we're putting things on our body. It sucks. We're breathing in all this polluted air and whatever else. But the one thing we're doing that is causing everything is just putting actual physical substances in our mouth, in our body, every single day, multiple times a day, same shit, candy, fast food, bread, animals, dead animals, pumped with bullshit, sodium filled, crazy. That's the one thing we're doing every single day, multiple times a day. So once you heal that, once you get that under control, and really all that is just food addiction, right? And not having the knowledge of knowing what actually is healthy. If you can get both of those down, knowing what actually is healthy, fruits and vegetables, leafy greens, raw, living, electric, enzyme-rich, hydrating foods, if you can get that down in your subconscious as your new healthy, actual healthy, and start doing some subconscious rewiring, nervous system regulation for the food addictions, food cravings, the unhealthy stimulation, you're set. That's all you need to heal. And to know, the third one is just to know that it actually works. And that falls into that first one of setting your new baseline of healthy. It's just going out there, going on the internet, talking to people, going to events where people like this would be found that healed from plants. Expose yourself to this stuff. This is an act of self-love. This is an act of growth. This is an act of emptying your cup so that you can be filled with more opportunities in this life, more productive, inspiring people that support your purpose here in your journey and the way you actually want to be living your life and feeling. I hope you guys got a lot of value from this video. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and I will see you guys in the next one. This has been Practitioner Key. Happy healing, family. Cheers.